It's that time of year again, so I'm dedicating this video to I know who. Oh, Friction. I hear you have a voice again. Yes, I do, Fiction. I'm positive that you're ranking the Ever After High arcs on Netflix from weakest to strongest. And even the weakest arcs are enjoyable for you and the girls, right? Yeah. So why are you here if you knew what the heck was going on? I came to ask why you're doing this a day early. I don't do Sunday uploads for a good personal reason. Alright. Can I say the name of each arc each time you get to one? Heh. International Women's Day or not? Sure. Yes! And with that settled, our destiny for today has been written. Hey, I'm Owen, the fiction fanboy, and here are the top 5 Ever After High arcs. Epic Winter. It's not a bad story, simply not as good as the ones that came before it. Life was good for Crystal Winter until Jackie Frost and Northwind curse Crystal's parents, the Snow King and Queen, with kindness blindness, all leading to the king freezing ever after and putting beast magic on Daring since he refused to obey him. In order to reverse the curse, Crystal, Daring, Briar, Rosabella, Blondie, Ashlyn, and Fabel, who's joining for her own reason, take a journey to find the 4 roses before Jackie and Northwind rule all. I am satisfied that Daring learns to think of others, and Rosabella was a nice addition. However, sidelighting Raven and Apple wouldn't be so disappointing if this wasn't the finale of the series. Also, Crystal's musical number was like out of nowhere. It's like the writers wanted to let Crystal sing a song and have it at the least appropriate place of the story, which is while the heroes were under asleep. I still enjoyed most of it for its character development and morals, but if you hate Frozen, then you probably won't like this tale. Way to Wonderland. Imagining wanting to review a place that you almost certainly can't go to? Then you'd feel like Apple, Raven, Lizzie, Madeline, Briar, and Kitty who want to go to Wonderland so they can get info on it for the school paper, make sure the Queen of Hearts is still queen, and allow Ever After and Wonderland to be connected again. Raven was able to get herself and the others to Wonderland. The catch? They have to survive one day of Wonderland High, and the villain that wants the Queen of Hearts off with her head to rule Wonderland is Courtly Jester. She can be a pain in the butt for older audiences, and Jackie and Northwind as villains weren't any better. Often, Wonderland is full of mysteries that are fun, while other times you'll have so many questions about the physics in Wonderland, cartoon Fantasyland or not. The big highlights of the story are at the last part, and they are Raven using her mother's powers to fight Jester, and saying goodbye to the Storybook of Legends for good. Next entry before I get Wonderland fever, please. Spring Unspread. I didn't want to base this list off of the duration of each arc, rather what we get out of the runtime. This is the shortest story out of all the others, and it's about the students of Ever After enjoying the spring fairest. Alistar Wonderland and Bunny Blanc find the Storybook of Legends and want to do the right thing, return to Ever After. Little did they know that Cheshire Cat swapped the book with the cursed Riddle Book. Things got worse for everyone when students started reading the Riddle Book, and Apple being the first victim was a yikes. That's figuratively dark, and it's literally dark when she, along with other cursed students, plug the Wonderland well, leaving the fairy tale world in authentic darkness and depression. It was really clever to get the truth out of a lying Cedar by asking her a lie, and Kitty learns that not every joke or prank is funny, let alone the one her mother had started. All in all, it's a good example of how a series should dedicate a special to a wonderful place within a wonderful place. Welcome to Ever After, where the series all started. Want to know Raven's and Apple's sides of the first chapter of the story? You gotta watch the pilot episode. Just from the first episode, you can relate to the protagonists, and I especially relate to Raven, who doesn't want to be seen as evil just because her mother was. That's side-ist. And who in the right mind would actually want this as his or her destiny? For those that wish to marathon all of the Chapter 1 shorts of the web series, there's a compilation. True Hearts Day is the fairy tale version of Valentine's Day, and I like it when a royal and rebel date each other so true love will not be super limited. Throne Coming was a huge special to see, not just for those that love homecoming parties. It's for those that want to see teens get gifts from the famous fairy tale characters, face each other's destinies to restore Giles Grimm's ability to talk normally, and a big twist about Briar Beauty. I felt like crying rewatching this series, and that's true, though there's only one arc that can top this, so let's get to it. Dragon Games! Epicness awaits in the tale that's the most supreme. Thanks to her decision to use her magical powers for good causes, Raven has become more popular than Apple. One major thing this arc does right more than the others is the villain, and not just due to the fact that the evil queen lives up to her name. Apple wanted to listen to her mother, Snow White, who told her to be the fairest student for all eternity, and she certainly still wanted her happily ever after to happen. Rather than truly support and stand by her beloved roommate and BFFA, that stands for best friend forever after, she ended up freeing the evil queen from her mirror prison, and once fairy tale rivals Snow White and the evil queen met again, the two re-allow the Dragon Games to be a part of the school program. The evil queen and Apple are temporarily working together so they can all get what they want, whether Raven Queen goes to the dark side or not. The dragons are wicked awesome, and I hope they get names like how Raven's dragon is named Nevermore. What I love about this story is that it is the most emotional, the most fun, and the most high-flown of the bunch. It is indeed the best Ever After High arc evermore. Want more fiction? Then please do what my friends say, comment below, and follow me on Instagram for thumbnail previews and teasers for upcoming YouTube videos. Fiction Fanboy has finished this video. Everyone keep fantasizing, and good night-o.